Post-World War II, the world caught a fever for democracy. People were so fed up with kings and tyrants that they tore them down, some with ballots, others with brute force. Finally, they were free. No suppression. Just pure, unedited speech. But generations changed. We stopped seeing democracy as something to fight for, and started seeing it as a birthright. We got bored. We got delusional. Now people compare our messy, real-world democracy to perfect versions of other systems that only exist in textbooks. Just look at these takes. Democracy has failed everywhere it has been tried. Democracy is a sham. The system is rigged. Democracy has failed the people of Europe and America. Is the experiment over? I don't think so. I'm against, and you're watching Against Docs. The first to democracy. To understand this, we have to head to ancient Greece. Athens. Athens is considered one of the oldest cities with democracy. During its time, it was the most powerful city-state in ancient Greece. It was the first time democracy would show its real capabilities, but not the last. Because fast forward to today, the strongest nation is a democracy. But how does democracy do it? And is it better than other forms of governance? Well, let's look at a dictatorship like North Korea. With a GDP estimated around $32 billion, that places it at rank 136 when the world has about 193 countries. And even the poorest nation isn't a democracy. We need an epistocracy, and it's clear Plato and Tocqueville were more right than ever. This tweet speaks for half of the internet, because lately, more and more people with the freedom of democracy have started hoping for a better that is just an imagination. Here's why epistocracy will never work. If only the so-called smart people get the right to vote, they would have no real reason to keep the whole population. They would replace most with AI and robots, and the rest would follow simple commands. Because, as Plato famously said, knowledge without justice ought to be called cunning rather than wisdom. It is moral to help the less intelligent, but not optimal. And any smart person would know what to choose. This epistocracy is also just a broader form of corruption. People who think they are smart want the benefits of it. While many voters are easily fooled by politicians, that at least gives people a chance to grow. If epistocracy were placed in the real world, it wouldn't take much time for those same dumb people to take to the streets. Now, let's talk about how democracy is any better than the rest. The most major part of democracy is being displayed by this video, those tweets, and the whole internet. People can openly talk about anything without worrying that the ruler of your nation might have your head by the next morning. This means something big. Free communication means we, the people, can finally share information and data across each other, which is simply not possible in other forms of governance. What is also not possible is the expectation of privacy. Imagine you had to report to an officer after hanging out with your friends. You don't have to imagine, because in history, this has happened. The governments of that time showed this as protection of the state. But it was clear it was all for spying, and the elimination of those who just wanted a better life or spoke against terrible conditions. The other perk of democracy is that you can elect your own representatives. While this still has room for corruption, you can still speak against it. Taking a live example, China. China has the most controlled media and a single-party rule, which means there simply isn't an end to the CCP. Internal corruption never comes out, but in recent times, YouTubers like David Zhang have been showing rare leaked footage of Chinese infrastructure, which is barely holding any safety precautions. This shows there is no end to corruption if the public is silenced at the point of a tank. And the last thing that makes democracy superior is equality. If individual policies are put aside, there is no manifesto of democracy that makes any innocent human unequal. After centuries of human civilization, the species has turned its head towards the future, the truest form of governance, democracy. But there's something about democracy every nation gets wrong: hate speech. I personally believe that hate speech shouldn't be an unlawful activity. Anyone should be able to express themselves in any words. Because advocating for democracy while holding one's mouth shut is an action I'm against.